Did you know you can still buy a house in England for less than the price of a new car? Yes, even in 2025, when prices are soaring everywhere, some cities still offer homes under £100,000. While people are fighting over shoebox flats in London for £500,000, there are entire houses, with gardens, parking and actual space, sitting quietly in towns most folks overlook. But here's the twist. These aren't just cheap places. Many of them are growing, transforming, and hiding real opportunity for first-time buyers, investors, and anyone dreaming of owning property without selling a kidney. So why are these cities so affordable? What's the catch? Or is there one at all? In this video, we're counting down the 10 cheapest cities to buy a house in England, backed by fresh 2025 data. We'll tell you exactly what makes them affordable, who they're perfect for, and why they might be the smartest move you make this year. And trust me, number 3 on this list. You won't believe the prices or the views. Stay with me till the end. This list might just change where you think home could be. Number 10, Wakefield. If you've never heard much about Wakefield, that's exactly why it's on this list. And why it's a hidden gem in 2025. Located in West Yorkshire, just a 20-minute train ride from Leeds, Wakefield offers the rare combo of low house prices and strong commuter links. The average house here? Around £140,000, that's less than half the UK's national average. Now let's talk about why it's so affordable. Wakefield was once a thriving industrial centre, but like many northern towns, it saw economic decline in the late 20th century. That legacy kept prices low. But here's the twist. Things are changing fast. New housing developments, regeneration projects, and a booming rental market have started turning heads. For first-time buyers or young families priced out of nearby Leeds, Wakefield offers space, green areas, and schools, without the price tag. Wakefield is also incredibly connected. You can reach Manchester, Sheffield, and Leeds with ease, making it ideal for commuters. Yet because it flies under the radar, it hasn't seen the same price surge as other commuter towns. The best part? You can still find 3-bedroom semi-detached homes for under £130,000, especially if you're willing to renovate a bit. So if you're looking for a place with strong bones, future growth, and a realistic price tag, Wakefield should be on your radar. Just don't wait too long, because people are starting to notice. Number 9, Preston. Think you need to move far north to find affordable housing? Think again. Preston in Lancashire is offering some of the best value homes in the northwest. Situated between Manchester and the Lake District, Preston is often overlooked. But this compact city is making waves in 2025 for one big reason. You can still buy a decent house here for around £135,000. That's incredible when you consider how close you are to major cities, scenic countryside, and an expanding job market. Historically a mill town, Preston reinvented itself through innovation, education, and connectivity. It's now home to the University of Central Lancashire, a growing student population and increasing demand for rental properties. That means investors are starting to pour in, and it's not hard to see why. The local council has also been pushing the Preston model, a unique community wealth-building initiative that's boosting local businesses and keeping money in the local economy. The result? A city that feels grounded, proud, and on the rise. Whether you're a student, a first-time buyer, or a savvy investor, Preston offers something rare, affordability with upside. And with plans for more infrastructure and housing over the next few years, this city's growth curve is only just beginning. Want great transport, strong rental demand, and a real chance to build equity? Preston's calling your name, but the window of opportunity may be closing soon. Comment below, would you move to Preston if it meant owning your own home? And don't forget to subscribe for more smart property tips and hidden housing gems across the UK. Number 8, Derby. Derby doesn't shout. It doesn't have viral appeal or flashy skyline shots, but if you're serious about value, stability, and long-term potential in 2025, this is a city you need to look at more closely. Average house prices in Derby are hovering around £165,000. That might not be the absolute cheapest on this list, but consider what you're getting. A strong local economy, national employers, and genuine infrastructure. Derby is home to Rolls-Royce, Toyota, and Bombardier, companies that don't just survive economic swings, they anchor the region through them. This economic resilience gives the city a calm, consistent housing market. Rental demand stays strong, resale values hold up, and buyer interest is reliable. No boom and bust cycle. Just steady, smart growth. The lifestyle isn't bad either. Public transport works, roads are manageable, and local amenities cover all the basics. You'll find a mix of housing, historic terraces, post-war semis, and new-build estates, often with more space than southern counterparts. Green areas are common, and the streets feel calm, not chaotic. And then there's the Peak District, literally minutes away. If you want easy access to nature without giving up urban comfort, Derby nails that balance. It's not trendy, it's not loud, but that's the magic. Derby just works, for professionals, for families, for long-term thinkers. If you're hunting for a location that offers peace of mind, long-term return, and a genuinely livable pace of life, Derby might quietly be the smartest place to put your money in 2025. Number 7. Doncaster. Doncaster used to be the kind of place people pass through. Now it's quickly becoming the kind of place people aim for. In 2025, it's experiencing a quiet evolution. And for savvy buyers, it's hard to ignore. The average house price in Doncaster sits around £150,000. That's already impressive, but it's the value behind the number that matters. You can still buy a 3-bedroom detached home with a private garden, driveway, and enough room to breathe. In many cities, that setup simply doesn't exist at this price point anymore. In 2022, Doncaster officially achieved city status, triggering a wave of local pride and government-backed investment. Over the past few years, we've seen new housing estates, upgraded road systems, improved schools, modern leisure centres, and a long-term plan to reshape the town centre into a connected mixed-use urban hub. Its rail infrastructure is genuinely outstanding. You're connected to London, Manchester, Leeds, York, Sheffield, and Newcastle, often in under 2 hours. For hybrid workers, freelancers, and remote professionals, this is a serious advantage. Live affordably while staying plugged into major cities. Of course, Doncaster still has areas in transition, but beneath that roughness is real energy. An ambitious, community-focused city with space to grow. There's a sense of momentum here, not flash, but genuine transformation. If you're looking for affordability, transport, and future upside, Doncaster checks all three. And in a housing market where good value is getting harder to find, this city offers exactly that. Sometimes opportunity doesn't shout. Sometimes it lives in Doncaster. Number 6. Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough isn't flashy, it's not trendy. But in 2025, it's quietly becoming one of the most financially compelling places to buy a house in England. The average property price is under £135,000. That's almost unheard of for a town with this much infrastructure. And we're not talking about empty shells or auction nightmares. You'll find 2- and 3-bedroom homes, many with gardens, driveways, and the kind of living space that's disappearing fast in pricier cities. For first-time buyers, it's a rare shot at homeownership without crippling debt. For investors, it's even better. Yields regularly push past 7%, thanks to high rental demand and low entry costs. The real driver behind the shift? The Tees Valley Freeport and massive regional investment. Billions are flowing into green energy, hydrogen, port infrastructure, and advanced manufacturing. Middlesbrough is at the centre of this, and while some towns talk about regeneration, this one is actually doing it. New developments are being approved. Roads are being upgraded. Trains connect you to the northeast's key cities. Meanwhile, local universities and startups are bringing in younger populations, reshaping the market from the ground up. Is it polished? Not yet. But that's exactly where the opportunity lies. Get in before the headlines catch up, and you could ride the growth curve from day one. If you want Instagram aesthetics, look elsewhere. But if you're looking for low-cost entry, high rental returns, and long-term growth, Middlesbrough might be the best move you haven't made yet. Number 5. Blackpool. Blackpool. The name alone brings back memories. The beach, the piers, the lights, the fish and chips on a windy promenade. But in 2025, this seaside icon is quietly writing a new chapter. And it's all about property. Average house prices here hover around £140,000. That's right, beachfront towns in England where you can still buy a family home for less than the price of a studio in Bristol or Reading. And it's not just affordability, it's potential. Yes, Blackpool has had its rough patches, but that's changing. The town is seeing major investment in infrastructure, housing, tourism, and digital connectivity. New housing projects are popping up in places once left behind. Old hotels are being converted into residential blocks. High-speed internet is rolling out across town, making it a serious contender for remote workers. And then there's lifestyle. Few cities at this price point offer the sea on your doorstep, sandy beaches, public parks, local markets, and a strong community spirit. It's no longer just a tourist stop. It's becoming a place to live, raise families, or invest long-term. For landlords, Blackpool offers strong rental yields, especially near the promenade and university campus. For buyers, it's a chance to own a piece of coastal England before prices inevitably climb. Blackpool might not be what it once was, but that's exactly why it's worth a second look. Because behind the arcades and nostalgia, there's a town on the move. Number 4, Stoke-on-Trent. If you're looking for a city with serious value for money, Stoke-on-Trent needs to be on your radar. In 2025, it's offering some of the best price-to-space ratios in the entire country, and smart buyers are starting to take notice. The average house price here is around £145,000. That can get you a solid 3-bedroom home, often with a garden and a driveway, something that's nearly impossible in most parts of the south. But the price tag is just the start. Stoke-on-Trent is one of those cities that's quietly levelling up. Over the past few years, it's seen consistent investment in infrastructure, transport, education, and housing. Old industrial sites are being converted into housing developments and innovation hubs. Schools are improving. New commercial spaces are attracting business. It's also a logistical dream. Smack in the middle of Manchester, Birmingham, and Liverpool, it's connected by major roads and rail lines, making it ideal for commuters who want more space without giving up access. And let's not forget lifestyle, canal-side walks, local markets, affordable living, and a rich industrial history that's being reimagined through arts and culture projects. Stoke-on-Trent doesn't shout, it builds. And in a housing market full of overpriced hype, this city offers something rare, genuine, grounded potential. Number 3, Hull. Hull doesn't always get the spotlight, but maybe it should. Because while other cities battle with inflated prices and dwindling inventory, Hull quietly offers some of the best housing value in the UK. In 2025, the average house price in Hull is around £130,000. That's not a typo. You can still find move-in ready 2- or 3-bedroom homes, some with gardens, driveways, and extra space, all for under the national average. But Hull isn't just cheap, it's evolving. The city has seen substantial investment in its marina, university quarter, and digital economy. It's home to several green energy projects, with its port playing a key role in offshore wind infrastructure, bringing in jobs, innovation, and longer-term stability. The rental market here is surprisingly strong, thanks to the student population, NHS staff, and remote workers drawn to the area's cost of living. Investors are finding yields that still hover around 6 to 7% in select postcodes. Hull also benefits from excellent transport connections, with links to Leeds, York, and the East Coast. Add in the seaside towns nearby, riverside walks, and historic architecture, and you've got lifestyle benefits that most buyers overlook. Is Hull perfect? Number, but that's exactly why the window of opportunity is open now. It's undervalued, underhyped, and completely within reach. In a world of overpriced hotspots, Hull is refreshingly real. And that might be the smartest thing about it. Number 2, Sunderland. If you've been searching for a city with low prices, strong infrastructure, and real momentum, it's time to look at Sunderland. Often overlooked in favour of nearby Newcastle, this northern city is carving out its own path, and 2025 is shaping up to be a turning point. The average house price in Sunderland is around £135,000. That's remarkable for a city with excellent transport links, access to the coast, and solid schools. Here you can still buy 3-bedroom family homes or spacious terraces, often with gardens and off-street parking, at prices that would barely get you a one-bed flat in Manchester. Sunderland isn't just surviving, it's investing. The city is pouring money into its riverside development, university expansion, transport upgrades, and a new business district. The Nissan manufacturing hub continues to anchor the local economy, and major tech and green energy investments are on the rise. For investors, Sunderland is still under the radar. But that's changing fast. Rental yields are solid, demand is steady, and there's a growing population of students, young professionals, and remote workers who want affordability without isolation. Lifestyle-wise, you get the best of both worlds: beachfront living, countryside nearby, and an urban centre that's rapidly improving. It's a city with grit, heart, and ambition. Sunderland isn't shouting for attention, but those watching closely can see the signs. This is a market on the edge of breakout. And the best part, you're not too late to get in. Number 1, Bradford. At the very top of our list, Bradford. A city once overshadowed by its bigger neighbours, now quietly becoming one of the smartest places to buy property in 2025. The average house price in Bradford is around £130,000. Yes, still. That puts it firmly among the most affordable cities in England. But Bradford isn't just cheap, it's strategic. Here's why. Bradford is set to be the UK City of Culture in 2025, and the transformation is already underway. The city is receiving over £500 million in public and private investment, funding everything from cultural venues and arts hubs to public transport, housing developments, and tech infrastructure. The location is unbeatable. Nestled between Leeds and Manchester, Bradford is at the heart of the northern powerhouse. With the upcoming Northern Rail upgrades, it will soon offer even faster commutes to major cities. A huge draw for professionals seeking affordability without sacrificing opportunity. For buyers, it's a dream: larger homes, lower deposits, and long-term upside. For investors, Bradford offers one of the strongest yield profiles in the UK, particularly in areas close to the city centre and universities. Bradford isn't flashy, it's focused. It's a city of ambition, diversity, and transformation. And the best part? It's still early. In a market obsessed with hype, Bradford is delivering on substance, culture, connectivity, and cost, all in one place. If you've been waiting for a city that ticks every box, this is it. Bradford's time is now. Before you go, which of these 10 cities surprised you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments, we read everyone. And if you haven't seen our last video, you're seriously missing out. Click and catch up now. We pour days of research and storytelling into every video, so if you found this helpful, support us with a quick subscribe. It's just one click, but it means the world to us.